What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today we picked something up. It's got no key, it's a non-runner, and I paid way too much for it. This is a 2008 BMW X5. It's got the 3.0 liter, and yeah, no key, non-runner. Don't know anything about it other than it's got about 180, 190,000 miles on the odometer. We're gonna see if we can drive it home. How's that gonna work? Let's find out. So I've been telling you guys for quite a while that I've been looking for this exact BMW X5 for quite some time. It was supposed to be on the lot out there, and for some reason, every time I came to look at it, it was gone. Couldn't find it. Well, this week, I found it. It was sitting exactly where it was supposed to be sitting. And as I expected, it didn't run and it didn't have keys. In fact, they made sure to let you know NK is for no key, and N means it does not run. That's right. Now, she's not a bad-looking little rig for a old-school X5. It's got the right engine, the 3.0 liter. It's got some relatively decent Firestone Destination tires. At least it's got one. Then it's got this Michelin over here, you know, a little worn, but the tires are still good enough. They're usable. Oh yeah, we got a dealer tag. We got another Firestone there. Tread's okay. It could probably use a set of tires, but I mean, it's not awful. And another one right there. Okay, so far so good. How's the interior look though? And how are we going to get it home? As you can see, we've got the Ram 1500, but I didn't bring a trailer. Well, we'll get to that in just a minute, but I got a surprise, a secret up my sleeve. Take a look at this interior. Absolutely beautiful. And for those of you wondering, is this Jessica's new vehicle? That's going to be up to her. My job is to get it home, to find out if it'll make it, to diagnose the things that it's going to need, and then make sure it's safe enough for her. And if she likes it, yeah, it can be hers. She can absolutely have it if she wants it. If she doesn't, we'll send it right back to auction. Not a problem for me. But the biggest question is, how could we possibly drive it? Yep, there's no key, and I searched around for it, and I saw this. This is the part that I found most interesting, right? When I found this vehicle, it was sitting just like this, cup holder open, but then I noticed this. Well, what does this do? Oh. Uh-huh. I pushed this back. I saw this. And if you missed the Copart walk around, then you missed this whole thing because we found this on camera. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's right. Brake pads worn, TPMS sensor, check engine light. You know the game, man. It's a BMW. This is how it goes on these. Yep, it runs, and it had a buy it now of $1,700. $1,700. Guess what I did? I bought it now, immediately, for $1,700. I mean, immediately for $1,700. It's got navigation. Well, I don't know if I'd call that navigation, but okay, sure. Car data. Yeah. Anyway, let's pop the hood real quick. She does have a valve cover gasket leak. The important window works. And right now, the main question is, does it run and drive? We don't know anything about this other than what we know sitting right here in front of you guys together. What I know, you know at this point. There's your little 3-liter, missing the engine cover. She sounds good though. Seems to run great. Occasionally, there'll be a little bit of smoke coming from down there, and it looks like there is a valve cover gasket leaking. I might be able to see that. There it is. There it is. You can kind of see it down there. A little bit wet, a little bit smoky, but honestly not too bad. I think it's all right. Let's close her up. Someone jacked the BMW badges. Oh, there is one other little issue. For me, I don't particularly care, but you know, I don't know, Jessica might. When you go to open this, it's supposed to open itself, and it doesn't. I think these electronic strut assemblies here, this one over here grinds when you try to close it. It makes this horrible grinding noise. So yeah, I'm fairly certain those are bad, but I mean, it's got almost 200,000 miles on it. You can't get too mad at the old girl. See, you push it, it does nothing. It clicks, but it does nothing. Okay, it also says the backup camera is not working, but the backup camera is right there. Yeah, I don't know. You got your tow hitch down there, and it's taking a little bump in the back. Nothing serious, though. I still think it's a very good-looking vehicle. Needs a good wash, though. What do you say we take it on the road, and let's see what it does. All right, guys, moment of truth. Check engine light, TPMS light, brake light. I think the brake light is on because it says brake pads are worn. We're in drive. Oh, man. All right. Well, I guess it is that time. Here we go. I'm always nervous taking off in a new vehicle that I don't know anything about, especially since this one is going on a long drive, guys. We're not just driving this one down the street. The new house is quite a ways away from here. And then we might just go ahead and take her on down the road to AAR headquarters in Byers. The TPMS light just went out, so that's good. So all we've got is a check engine and a brake light on a Beamer. It shifted. It shifted. It shifted again. It shifts. You're kidding me. Okay. Well, hey, anything could happen. But I can't believe I got an X5. But, well, okay. It was $1,750 winning bid. It was $2,400 out the door, like $2,375 out the door. So, yeah, but there it is. There it is. This has got to be one of the cheapest BMW X5s. I mean, seriously. And I'm thinking about picking up a BMW X3, and I already want a BMW Z3 that I got to go pick up today as well. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, we got a BMW Z3 that I bought sight unseen coming to the channel. Hell, probably tomorrow. I can't believe this. We're at 45 miles an hour, and it is running and riding very, very well. And the brakes feel really good. They don't pulsate or vibrate or anything like that. Brakes feel great. Now, of course, we'll have to get it up to highway speeds to really be able to tell. But so far, this thing is awesome. I love it. All right, well, we just got a new light that popped up on the dash right here. It's a picture of a camera. What the hell does that mean? That's new. And then it went away. I have no idea what that was. That a damn camera pops up on the dash and then it disappears. If you have any idea what that means, please comment below. I have never seen anything like that in my life. Continuing on our way, guys. So far, so good. All right, guys. Well, here we are. We're cruising at 56 miles an hour, and she is cruising just fine. So far, other than a little bit of smoke when I come to a stoplight from that valve cover gasket, no issues at all. I mean, it rides like a dream. And another thing I think is really bizarre about this vehicle is it feels so heavy. I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but it feels like you're driving something big and heavy, like a tank. Driving my pickup truck does not feel nearly as heavy as this does. It's bizarre. I don't know, man. I don't know, but this thing feels like it weighs an absolute ton. We're currently getting almost 21 miles a gallon. Yeah, 21 miles a gallon. Okay, I guess that's good for one of these. I have no idea. I'm going to continue on down the road, guys. We still have a ways to go. Well, we are now in the middle of nowhere. And she is, look at her shift. Crisp. I mean, crisp shifts, guys. No issue. She, even the little bit of smoke that was coming out from under the hood has gone away. I got the sunroof open back there. Got a nice little breeze going through. She rocks, man. She's a little rock star. Okay, I don't want to say it's little. It looks a lot smaller on the outside than it really is. I'm serious. This thing is relatively big, and it is heavy, and the steering is really solid and tight. Like it's got a real good feel to it. You can't even hardly tell that this is like an all-wheel drive vehicle. It's phenomenal. And all I can think is this is a 2008. I wonder what a 2018 drives like, right? It's really got me thinking about, look, I am sure that once Jessica drives this, she is going to love it. I'm not going to tell her this, all right? I'm not going to tell her this right now. But let's be real, she deserves better than this. She does. I'm sitting here with a 2018 Tesla and a 2021 Ram. You know, she deserves something better than a 2008. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand her the keys, and we're not going to do this on camera. This is a private moment. You know, not everything is supposed to be on camera. She's a more private type of person. And she wouldn't want any of this stuff to be on camera anyway. So we're just going to keep this between me and her. But I'm going to hand her the keys. I'm going to tell her, you know what, you drive it. Because honestly, guys, this thing is driving great. We are going to go ahead and run a diagnostic and everything on it. Try to figure out what the check engine light codes are and stuff like that. But if she drives it and she likes it, then it's hers. But ultimately, I think we'll end up at some point going to a dealership and getting her something a lot newer, and probably something with a warranty. I'm truly surprised by this. I honestly did not expect to like the BMW X5, but I really do. I honest to God, I really am enjoying driving this vehicle, despite the lights, and we've got some error codes. You push buttons and like these error codes all pop up. But aside from that, it still runs and drives really, really well. Yep, I moved out to the boondocks, guys. Quite literally, I moved out to the country. Look at that. Nothing but horses, cows, and farmland, man. That's right. And I'm loving it. Well, guys, she made it to the new house. Look at that. She's here. She made it. But we're not done yet. We got to get it down to ARHQ. We got to clean it up some. And we got to run a diagnostic on it and see what kind of codes this thing is throwing. Most specifically, the check engine light. I really want to know about the check engine light. But I can tell you this. It was driving just fine. I don't expect it's anything serious. So I've driven this thing almost 100 miles now. 100 miles. We're talking about something that just yesterday was listed as a non-runner. No key, didn't run, didn't drive. I have now driven it all the way to AAR headquarters. Here it is. Here it is. And aside from a leaking valve cover gasket that honestly isn't that bad. It sucks when you first start it, but once the exhaust heats up, it's much better. The oil just kind of burns off instantly, whereas when you first start it from cold, it drips oil onto the exhaust for a little bit, and then as the exhaust heats up, it burns it all off simultaneously. That part sucks. Aside from the valve cover / valve cover gasket, there's a humming noise, or it sounds almost like a wheel bearing, but I don't think it is. It comes around 60 miles an hour, and it goes away around 70, 75. I think it's a tire, but we don't really have any vibrations or anything to speak of. I mean, it really does run and drive great. Jessica is not going to want this. She's not, and it's not because there's anything wrong with it. In fact, her and I both love it. I could get into it. I'm not going to. I considered for a brief moment on the ride down here actually getting rid of my Tesla, saving the car payments on it, and just keeping this. It's that good. I understand now, and I've never understood before, But I understand today after driving this, this is a 13-year-old BMW. This thing has depreciated beyond imagination. This was like a $50,000 SUV 13 years ago. Today, I was able to get it for $1,750. Buy it now. The depreciation is awful. It's absolutely awful. But I'll tell you what isn't awful: the drive. The driving experience of this has got to be why there's so many so many so many BMW fanatics out there. It handles the road, hugs corners and curves, body roll almost non-existent, going 60 miles an hour around 30-mile-an-hour curves. This thing is absolutely amazing. I'm serious. The driving experience of this 13-year-old Beamer with 200,000 miles on the odometer is unreal. It is absolutely unreal. So I kind of understand why people get these and they just dump tons of money into them to keep them running. You'll spend more money maintaining one of these than it's worth. You know how much it would cost just to do a few maintenance items on this? Easily more than the $1,700 I paid for it, guys. Anyway, enough of that. I understand. I just wanted to say I understand. I feel like I'm becoming a BMW fanatic. I love this damn thing. I really, really do. Let's give it a bath. Let's see what it looks like underneath all this dirt. Well, how was that awesome time lapse that probably lasted 10 seconds? I got interrupted by a phone call from contractors that are on their way to my new house to get my fiber optic internet set up, so I can't finish this. It is still filthy dirty, but it does look a little bit better. I will take it, we will take it to a car wash here in a little bit. The point is, it made it. It made it here. Now, I actually had a guy stop by as I was doing this, and he said he wants this, and he asked me how much I'd take for it. I was like, you can have it, dude. The title's no good on it. I can't sell this. The title's no good. It currently does not actively run on its own without help, so this is gone. I'm just gonna let him have it, man. The fact that he showed up while I was out here, I haven't been at this property in forever, so this thing is going down the road for free. For absolutely free. Now it's time to drive this thing all the way back to the city so I can go get this fiber optic internet, and then we'll go wash it. And I brought with me the Autel Maxisys Elite. We'll be able to run a diagnostic on this at the house as well. Let's get it. Well, it's a whole nother day later, and as you can see, we've put some miles on the old girl. We've put 143 miles on her so far with no issue. In fact, you notice the check engine light went out, but when the check engine light went out, the TPMS light came on, so I guess we traded one light for another. Anyway, I am over here at Walmart in Choctaw, and I'm going to have them make sure they put some air in the tires for me. And let's go ahead and shut it off. Take the key out. I'm always afraid of these things locking themselves. But I want you to see what it looks like one last time. I didn't get a chance yesterday to finish washing it, right? We got interrupted. But look at these headlights. Headlights look absolutely awful. That's a big deal, and just a car wash ain't gonna fix that, man. That's pretty bad. I don't even know how good Walmart's gonna be able to do to make that look better. But here she is. We're gonna take her to the car washer real quick. We're gonna go ahead and wash her up, get those headlights done, and then we'll come back here in a few minutes and see how she looks. And there you go, just like that. This is the after. 25 bucks, even. $25 out the door for Walmart to do that to them headlights. And you tell me that doesn't add value to the vehicle. Look at that. I mean, yeah, every time, man. Every freaking time. Well worth it. And why don't I do it myself? Well, for 25 bucks, I could buy the kit and I could spend, 30, 40 minutes doing it myself. Or for $25, I could just let Walmart do it. And they also give you a warranty with it. Not that that does me any good, because these cars don't stick around long enough for me to utilize the warranty. Wow. Wow. You know, I'm really, really, really liking these BMWs. I really am, and Jessica is too. I think the one thing that would prevent us from keeping something like this is no warranty, man. Whenever something goes wrong, it's on you to fix it. And I'm sorry, but after pricing the cost of the valve cover alone, the valve covers on these are notorious for cracking. So if you're going to do the gasket, you might as well do the valve cover. It's $500, and that's insane when I just did one on my Chevy Cruze for like $140. And it's a lot more difficult to do. Still doable. You could still do it yourself, but a lot more difficult than a Chevy Cruze. Look at this. Walmart aired up my tires for me, and the TPMS light went off too. We now have 152 miles on this vehicle. How much did we pay for it out the door? $23.50, $23.75 out the door for a 2008 BMW X5, under 200,000 miles. And the only light on the dash is the brake light. That is not much. And look at those gauges. Look at those gauges. Normally you expect to see a damn Christmas tree up under there. Not at all, man. Not at all. This is something else I figured out too. The sunroof actually opens. I didn't know that. I thought it only tilted up. No, the sunroof actually opens. And it goes further than that. Press it again. Oh yeah. Yeah. Press it again, and it'll stop another third of the way. No, it just goes all the way. Okay, I thought it stopped a third of the way. Then you push it up to open like that. There we go. Maybe this is the one that stops part way. No, I guess not. I should really just read the instruction manual. Anyway, it works. She's sitting here running like a top. She's purring like a kitten, guys. Nice and quiet. And you know what that means. Yeah, she's going back to auction. Heat, air conditioning, windows, everything. She's a good one. She's a good one. I was looking at some newer ones, thinking about getting Jessica something, you know, a tad bit newer with a warranty. I guess I also didn't realize how expensive these are. These things are, you know, $40,000 to $60,000 for something much newer, 2018 to 2020. Yeah. So considering how expensive these things are new and how much they depreciate to the point where you could buy one for literally $1,700 at the auction, I guess it might make more sense just to buy them used and fix on them yourself, or maybe the real value is buying something like this and just driving it until the wheels fall off and then getting rid of it when it's finally junk and buying another one and doing it all over again. So if you're in the market for a good project that's going to most likely bankrupt you, well, this might be a good choice for you guys. This one right here will be coming up for auction at IAA very, very, very soon. I'm going to send it there probably this coming week. Somebody stole the badges. Yeah, why they did that, I don't know. But, I mean, the miles don't lie, guys. I have put some miles on her, and she's done just fine. She's done just fine. Needs a little bit of work here and there, but overall, very, very good-looking vehicle for the money. For now, though, I guess Jessica's just going to have to keep enjoying the 2018 Tesla Model 3 Performance. Believe it or not, she's starting to take a liking to it. I'm a little surprised by that myself, but she doesn't drive it crazy, and she prefers it to be in chill mode. But she's actually been cruising this thing around, and I think she's starting to come around, guys. So I'm excited to see if maybe, just maybe, she takes over the Model 3, and I guess I just continue driving my pickup truck. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for the BMW X5. If you're interested in it, stay tuned. It's going to be coming up for auction. I'll definitely let you know when she's available for sale. I love it. and I'm scared of it. And I think that's most people's problems with cars like this. You know, Volkswagen, Audi, BMW, Mercedes, Jaguar, Land Rover, Range Rover. We're scared of these cars, right? I think the average American, anyway, is just, we're scared of them. We're scared of them, guys. So I know some of you people that are out there and specialize in this, these are nothing to you. But for us, we're used to Hondas and Toyotas and Chevys and Fords, and those don't scare us. Those right there, the cost of some of these parts, $500 for a valve cover. Are you kidding me? And then hours of work to do it. Let me tell you one thing about this. Most of these BMWs, the starter, they put it under the intake. It's a 4-hour job to do the starter on one of these. You imagine that, 4 hours to change a starter? You have to take all of the fuel injection wiring off. You got to take all the wire, the strut brace and everything. All that's got to come off, guys. The cabin air filter systems all got to come apart. It is a hot mess trying to change a valve cover on this car. And there's more to it than just the valve cover. It's got the Valvetronics system in it, and I'm here to tell you, if something is wrong with that, well, that's going to be hundreds of more dollars in repairs and labor costs. So as much as I do enjoy it, and as much as I really do love it, I also kind of hate it. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, definitely drop your comments down below. I gotta get out of here. It's getting late, the sun's going down, and I got a car that I gotta head off to AAR headquarters to deliver. I appreciate each and every one of you for watching. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you're not currently subscribed, and stay tuned for more on the BMW X5 as soon as it's ready for auction. Stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.